I apologize in advance for lack of information. This happened 7 years ago, so I couldn't find very much information. Also, Six Flags never released what actually happened, so there's only speculation based off of what people saw. A little while ago,
And then that's what I said. The Spanish Inquisition would never do something like that. Oh, hello. On July 29th, 2012.
Superman Ultimate Flight stalled, leaving 12 people at 150 feet in the air. Now, knowing the GP, they blew this out of proportion.
Well, I heard they were stuck upside down for 4.5 hours, but then finally rescued by Jesus Christ.
Now, for what actually happened, was that the train was stuck on a brake, right side up, for almost 90 minutes. Don't believe me? Well, here's a clip for ABC 7. You probably heard of them.
Yesterday, the roller coaster got stuck. That left the riders stranded about 150 feet in the air for 2 hours. It actually stopped at the tallest point in that ride. The riders were seated upright. Firefighters hoisted a crane trying to get up there to rescue them. Turned out it was too short. A mechanic was eventually able to restart the ride.
I know it says that they're stuck for 2 hours, but according to the Boston Globe, it was 90 minutes, and news tend to exaggerate or round up when it comes to these types of things, so if you're doing research, always say the lowest amount, whether it's time or something else. Well, anyway, normally I would have dismissed something as stupid as a statement as this to GP rambling and making stuff up for other friends for whatever reason. But a little while ago, I went to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom with my school, and several different people were citing the same story, which is completely unusual for GP.
They're evolving.
Now, for what I believe happened. I have heard a story where the brake was tightened too much.
That was mine. I said that. That was my theory.
But I personally believe a broken sensor stopped the train due to the sensor being broken. I believe this because Mercury News, written shortly after the event, said that if a ride stops, it usually detects something and stops for safety reasons, Chan said.
Owen, that's impossible because the brake at the top of the ride is a trim brake and not a block brake. So it would never be able to, it's not supposed to be able to fully stop the train. It's just supposed to slow it down on every ride to get it that hanging motion over the drop after the halt line roll. So your theory is incorrect. Back into the drawer.
Oh well. Anyway, according to the Boston Globe, Six Flags said that there are no mechanical errors. This could mean, however, any number of things. Because the problem was the brake track. We know this since the problem was fixed when the mechanic went up on a crane and did something with the track and the car was released and went backwards. We also know it wasn't just perfectly perched on the top because the mechanic first tried to shake it, as said by Mercury News. But since it was the brake track, I would count that as a mechanical error, whether it was too tight or something else. But if you only remember one thing from this, please remember, don't always believe what you hear. Don't immediately start repeating the first thing you hear. Do research to see if it's true.
And here are some stupid quotes from the GP. I can't believe how many rides there are on Galaxy's Edge. There's so many. There's Hyperspace Mountain, there's Star Tours, they have that of the Jedi show, they have Star Wars Launch Bay. There's so many things to do in Galaxy's Edge. It's so much fun. Although, it doesn't really look like any of the pictures they showed off, but I still like it. Okay, just think of this as like a hypothetical or something. The day that Superman broke down and got stuck up at the top, it was on July 29th, and on July 19th is Disneyland's opening date, and they were celebrating the opening date of Disneyland on that very day. 10 days before Superman's breakdown. 10. That's an important number, and we'll say that for later on. Later on, also known as now, because how many coasters does Discovery Kingdom have operating currently? 10. According to OCDB, that is, and how many years is in a decade? 10. It's the new decade. And who controls time? Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, caused the breakdown on Superman Ultimate Flight to get more people to go to Disneyland because they're like, oh, I got a ride in Credicoaster, which is gonna open in like 5 years, 5 or 6, 7 years. So clearly he was trying to detract from the amusement park market, like thrilling rides, to get people to go ride his thrilling ride that was going to open soon in Credicoaster and at Mission Breakout, which is only like 5, 6, 7 years later down the line, and it's going to infect it. So, and then this ride gets deemed as dangerous, and they're like, oh, go to Disney, it's expensive, there's no way a ride could break down, or anything like that. Yeah.